Imagine, imagine this, okay? Since the day you were born, all you've been chained inside a dark cave. You can't move your head, you can't turn around. All you can see are shadows dancing on the wall in front of you, cast by a fire behind your back. These shadows are your entire world. They are a reality, as far as you know. But what if one day you were freed and you realized everything you believed about the world was just a shadow of the truth? This is the famous story told by the philosopher Plato. In his dialogue, The Republic, it's called the allegory of the cave, and it's one of the most powerful metaphors in the history of philosophy. Plato was a student of Socrates, and unlike Socrates, who mostly asked questions, Plato built grand theories about reality, knowledge, and how we should live. And the cave is his way of explaining the difference between appearance and reality. Plato, picture this, Plato asks us to picture a group of prisoners who have spent their entire lives inside a cave. They're chained so tightly they can only see the cave wall behind them burn the fire, and between the fire and the prisoners, people walk back and forth carrying objects, such as statues, tools, and even animals. These objects cast shadows on the wall, and the prisoners? They believe these shadows are reality. If they see a shadow of a horse, they think that's a horse. If they see a shadow of a person, they think that's a person. Oh, right? To them, truth is nothing more than moving patterns of light and dark. But suppose one prisoner is freed. At first, he's confused, even blinded by the firelight behind him. Slowly but painfully, he turns his head and sees the people carrying objects. He realizes the shadows are not reality, they're mere copies. Then he's dragged outside the cave into the sunlight. At first, his eyes burn. He wants to turn back to the darkness he's used to. Because when you first discover something new, you want to go back to the comfort, like, because the cave was all he knew, so it was his comfort place. But over time, he adjusts. He sees real trees, real animals, real stars at night, and finally he gazes upon the sun itself, the source of all light, all life, all truth. Now imagine this prisoner goes back into the cave to tell the others what would happen. Most wouldn't even believe him. They'd laugh at him, maybe even ridicule or hate him, because his words threaten the only reality they've ever known. So, this applies great to your day-to-day life. Imagine you're walking somewhere and you have this bright idea to do something, and you tell somebody who has never done anything like that, and he never thought of that. He will ridicule you because he thinks you're crazy or something. Because he would never dare to do that. So don't let other people determine what you want to do in life and what you don't want to do in life. For Plato, the cave represents the world of appearances, the world we see with our senses, the shadows, our illusions, things we take for real but don't show us the full truth. The journey out of the cave is a journey of philosophy, turning away from appearance, questioning our assumptions, slowly coming to the deeper reality behind things. But Plato's allegory isn't just about ancient philosophy, it still speaks to us today. Think about social media, the images and stories we scroll through are often like shadows, filtered, edited, distorted. Or think about how misinformation can spread online, we mistake shadows for reality. Even in our personal life, we get stuck in caves of our own making, chained by habits, fears, or assumptions we have never questioned. Plato challenges us to step outside even when it's uncomfortable and search for what's true, not just familiar. So here's the real question. What caves are we living in today? What shadows do we mistake for reality? Plato's allegory of the cave isn't just a story, it's an invitation to turn around, to step into the light, to ask ourselves, am I seeing the truth or just the shadows on the wall? Now, some people, I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, but what do I need philosophy for? Philosophy is useless anyway. But to those people, I say, even denying philosophy, right, relies on your own philosophy. Like, you denying philosophy in and of itself is a philosophy. It's just not, it's just your own philosophy, right? Like, everybody has their own philosophy which they live according to. Some people can call it ethics or morals, but overall it's just philosophy, right? Like, and I think that's like the beautiful part about it is that even if philosophy cannot go into the deeper questions, like it cannot figure out the meaning of life, because the meaning of life, even if like there's only one true meaning of life on earth, despite all the absurd theories that try to destroy it, and that is the fulfillment of Christ's commandments.